What's going on, everybody? LK here with Lord ApologyMan, Lord HoneyBee, and Lord Sabin, Artur himself. We're going to talk a little bit about the new Riot Fighting game that's coming out. We don't know when. Project L. Over the weekend, they showed... I don't want to call it a trailer. It was more like a sit-down. It was kind of intense. They were looking at us really intensely and telling us what was going on with the game. But they gave us a really good breakdown of a couple characters, the game idea in general, what type of game it is, some things about the netcode as well. So rather than just a short kind of 30-second to 1 minute trailer that we're used to seeing for new games and new characters, they really went in depth, jokes aside. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. How y'all feeling?
Dude, I'm feeling pretty excited. I'm most excited that it's a team game. I'm a huge team game fan. It's my favorite, I think, fighting game type and genre. So the second I saw an assist come on screen, I was like, oh, no way that it's actually a team game. And I was like, yeah, I guess it makes sense with Clockwork being, I think, the battle designer. I know he's working on this game. And there seems to be a lot of Power Rangers inspiration. And he loved Marvel Infinite. And so, like, I can see the connections between the two and a lot of inspirations on both ends. But I'm definitely really excited for that, and I think it's gonna have a lot of creativity and like a lot of ways that you can kind of team build and all this stuff, because there's a lot of heroes for League, and I think having it be a team game, I think will make it pretty fun, especially with maybe some of the execution being a little bit less daunting compared to other team games. It sounds like there's no motion inputs. So maybe the fact that it's a team game and it has maybe more simple button inputs, maybe there's like a good combination, a good balance of complexity and simplicity, I think is what they're going for. But I'm pretty excited.
From what we could see, it was just like a 2v2 type of thing, right? Like one teammate. Because for me, it's like I've actually never played like a team game anywhere near competitively before. Like Injustice and Mortal Kombat have been just 1v1 fighters, but for this, like, I'm super interested to actually try it out, because for one thing, the game just looks visually very pleasing. I feel like the visuals of it is so freaking good. Like, it looks amazing, and like from what I saw from Echo, I love what they're doing with him, letting him like go back and forth through having his little like where the after images or whatever they are. It looks super cool for like mix-ups, for pressure, for just opening like a whole range of options. So it makes me very interested to like actually get into this game and try it out and see what it's going to be like. And this is coming from someone that's like never played League of Legends before. I don't know anything about like the lore of the characters or anything like that, but the game looks very good to me. Very good.
Yeah, just echoing what you guys said, like, it does, I do think it looks really good. Obviously the cannons and Clockwork you guys mentioned are behind this game. They come from a Street Fighter Marvel background, so that kind of goes in line with what we saw in the trailers. There is an assist-based game. There are a lot of movement options. There are air dashes and all that. So I'm excited to see what they bring to the table, and a little bit of the history about the Cannon brothers, the lead developers of this game. Pretty much been in the FGC since like the early 90s, from first posting on Usenet, Alt Games, SF2 forums, to IRC Capcom, Shoryuken.com. They founded Evo. They obviously changed the FGC with implementation of GGP or rollback netcode. And this is the first time that they're actually working on a big mainstream title. So I think people have a lot of expectations. Obviously there was Rising Thunder, which was bought out by Riot before they started working on this game. So yeah, like I feel like the expectations for this game are very high.
Yeah, I don't really have that much to add, really. Probably only other things I could add is just like, obviously the IP is really big. That's going to carry a lot. I'll keep it real. I saw that assist call come out. My heart kind of hurt. I felt like I had to go to the bathroom, one thing. But at the same time, we do need a game with some nonsense. Like some of the games we had, past couple of games have been kind of fair that have been coming out, at least in like the group of games that ApologyMan and I play. So it's all right if we have a little bit of nonsense in the mix. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I got that.
Okay, you love the party games deep down. I know it. I mean, there's a love for a little all the way deep down there. I know it.
I mean, I had the pleasure of playing a team game before this, unlike HoneyBee. So, I know what to expect. It's going to be a lot of silliness, a lot of fun, hype, exciting moments.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. Don't let me. I'm gonna stop.
No, for sure. I think the coolest thing though that Riot is really good at with any game that they make is they're really good at onboarding new players. So this game seems like kind of complex. It's like a team game. I think team games I view them as generally pretty complex. There's a lot of, you have to have team building and strategy, and then there's like the neutral game of like your assists, and there seems to be like assist takeover also, which is that's a Power Rangers mechanic, and that's gonna, there's just a lot of things that are gonna be going on the screen. I'm most interested to see how Riot kind of makes this digestible to new players, because they are so good at that. I think it's a really underspoken about thing with all their other games, Valorant, Runeterra, League of Legends, is I view those games as they're all very complex. They're very difficult at like higher mid-level, like all levels, honestly, but they have really good player retention and how they just onboard and teach the players. So how they do that for a team fighting game, I am pretty interested to see, and I think if there's any company that can do it, it's definitely them.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple of things that you mentioned, which definitely make me wonder about the retention rates of the game. First off, they did mention that the game is supposed to be easy to play, hard to master, and like since Riot are the masters of retention, does that mean it's going to be geared towards like keyboard players? Is pad going to be dominant? Is stick going to be dominant? What platforms is it coming out on? We have no idea. They mentioned that the game is going to have GGPO rollback netcode, of course, combined with their server infrastructure system for Riot, which apparently is really, really good. So how's that going to turn out? And we've already seen what happens when fighting games are really popular in the first week and the servers get overloaded across a lot of the titles. It's like you can't even connect, and a lot of the casuals just fall off. So I'm wondering if Riot's going to reverse the trend on that.
Yeah, I think with them taking a really long time to put this game out, it's gonna have I can see they're valuing the importance of having a strong launch with this game, and I'm happy they're taking as long as they need. I want it, I think everybody wants it to be really good when it comes out, because that's the most important time for any video game, honestly, when on its release.
Nobody wants a Street Fighter 5 situation.
Oh god, yeah.
Anything, yeah, and you just lose a huge amount of your player base.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, no, I'm really excited for it. It looks really pretty. I watched. I don't know if anyone's watched Arcane recently, the League anime.
I started.
Yeah, I
mainly because of Project L, actually.
Oh, okay.
If they have the same characters, let me try to get into it. And I saw Echo was in there too, and I was like, oh, okay, so we got some of that.
Yeah, for sure. I love the 2D 3D. I think I hope more games just do that, because that art style is so sick. Right?
Yeah,
it's like a kind of anime style, but it's also like CG and stuff. Way better than when they showed it a year ago, I think, with their first one. It was just 3D models. I think this looks way better, and it's gonna look even more and more polished as it comes out.
Yeah. I feel like this has been in development for so long, and I don't know what exactly they're doing that's making them take long, but it's definitely they're showing that they're improving as it's going, and the visuals now, compared to how it was last time we saw it, it just looks so much better. And seeing the gameplay that they've shown us so far, I feel like it's already really intriguing. So what else can they do with all these other characters that they're sure to add to the game and all that? I feel like it's going to be just overwhelming, even to think about all the possibilities of what's going to happen with this game.
I'm the main thing to look forward to for sure right now, because there's not a lot of info, is characters. Just seeing more characters, and I know they have a really huge pool of characters to pull from, because the base game has a ton, and then of course there's all their side stuff that's also based off that game, so they have a lot of characters to pull from. I just want to see more of that, and more of the game actually being played would be pretty nice, I guess.
Do you guys have any characters you guys want in? I don't know if you guys have played League. I just want my boy Cho'Gath in there. Put him in.
I see these characters as functions when you talk.
Where's my firebrand function?
Yeah, no. For me, I've never played League and stuff before, so I'm super open. It's for me, I'm just gonna gravitate to whatever character is the most appealing to me. Whatever looks the coolest, whatever has a play style that seems kind of fun. Right now, for me, that's Echo. But I'm sure like other characters are gonna get revealed and stuff that I'm gonna want to try out.
And you got to play more than one character because it is a team
Exactly.
game. So
Yeah,
you
for
have to
sure.
play one,
Yeah, to play multiple characters.
two.
Also like another thing I was wondering about, you know, this is more broad, is this game gonna be like bringing another generation of fighting game players? Because so basically like a short NA FGC timeline history, you know, around 2000 fighting game releases stopped coming out except for niche Japanese titles. So a lot of the gaming audience didn't get to see them. So FGC was kind of considered dead to the outside world until 2008, 2009. Street Fighter comes out, you know, Mortal Kombat 9 comes out, you know, everything is popping again. Anime games are coming out left and right. The scene had an influx. Then in 2016, SF5 came out. You know, it so far had the largest Evo to date on year one release. I believe that tournament had 5,000 entries or something crazy. And not only that, like all the titles were doing well, but what ended up happening is SF5 dropped the ball a little bit, and a lot of the fans of that game went to other titles, started playing other things. Now it's a lot more balanced, right? And now like it seems like it's kind of like a renaissance of just fighting games just coming out nonstop. And is the Riot game gonna bring it to the next level, like even beyond that? I wonder what it even looks like.
Yeah, I hope it brings in the next generation. Well, we would call them 09ers who started in SF4. I'm an 09er basically.
Yeah.
And I guess they'll be like the 2024ers or something.
Basically, yeah.
I hope so. If anyone can keep players, like I said before, onboard players, and keep them retained in the game, I think it's Riot. So I hope it turns out.
Watch. I bet you the game has no motions, and then keyboard's the most optimal way to play. And then the hitbox players are gonna have to go to keyboard because then they're all playing on their Razer 8000 hertz overclock keyboard, right? Or something. Like I'm just speculating.
Do you guys think that that this game is gonna bring the FGC out of like poverty and whatever? Like, do you think this is gonna have like insane type of prize pools that like League of Legends has? I'm guessing Valorant probably does too. Like, are they going to be doing some crazy stuff where you get like 33rd and you still get $10,000 or something like that at a major?
Maybe 1/5 of that if we're lucky, but I guess that depends on the monetization ecosystem that entails with the game. Like, I feel like a lot of games that come out, like they don't really sell fighting games as a service. They just have like a set of planned DLC, and then it just kind of just drops off with like no updates. Right, so I'm wondering, are they gonna have like an ecosystem to keep it going, keep people buying microtransactions, stuff like that?
Yeah, I expect this game to be free to play and have that type of microtransaction
and stuff like that.
Yeah, model. I think that's I mean, that's all of Riot's games, right? So
yeah.
I expect that to be the same for this one.
Because Street Fighter is pretty much like fighting games as a service, but it's like there's a base entry fee to actually play the game. It's not free to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game could.
Riot makes it free. Yeah, like that player base might blow up. Boy,
for sure. Yeah.
What was the biggest game we've seen on Steam so far? What was it like? Strive, I think. It was like 20.
I think it's Strive.
In terms of fighting games.
Yeah, in terms of fighting games. Yeah, so far.
Yeah, I think it's Strive.
No.
I mean, right? You mean on release, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Dragon Ball is
pretty big,
but yeah, PC fighting games in general have been getting more popular lately, I'd say. So I think it was Strive actually.
Imagine a fighting game on Steam 100k concurrents. Can you imagine that? You imagine like that?
I think that's Brawlhalla.
Yeah, no, like, I don't think Brawlhalla is 100k. It's like it's like 50k, I think, which is still really good. That's still like I think it's 25 to 50k, which
it's definitely possible. So yeah, it just has to, if the game's good, and it retains the players, I think it's definitely a possibility. I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you guys liked that video. Let us know some of your thoughts about Project L and the information that's out for it currently in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.